This is an introduction video to Darkfall Online that's currently in beta testing. This is a leak, so you get some information here. These are some of the games I'm currently playing on a normal basis. You can see Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, StarCraft, Aiden Mountain Blade, and then we have some system specs coming up right here. Quad-core processor, 6600, which is Intel. I don't overclock, 4 gigs of RAM. And the 5.5 Windows experience, which is detailed over here, the least of which is my RAM. We're coming into the game pretty soon as I edit this video, so just bear with me here. The loading screen will come up. I'm not showing the login process. I think everybody's seen that. So here's the loading screen. I think everybody's kind of seen this as we've gone along. It takes a little while, and obviously I'm on a quad core, so it takes a little bit longer even. I don't know why. But it's a pretty stable client so far as I've seen and so far as I've played. It'll be a little while before we make it into the game, unfortunately, so we got a couple of seconds before. And I'm doing this overlay, this audio recording afterwards, so it's may not sync up properly, but hopefully you'll get the gist of it. I think we have the game loading in another 10 seconds or so. So I'm just watching the video monitor here, and we'll kind of get an idea from that instead of anything else. The game should be any second now. Yeah, there we go. Ever so slowly. Not sure why it's not appearing. Okay, there we go. Now I can see what's going on here. I've blocked out all the information about my name, my chat, my status. That's the guard tower up on top. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but the game's playing pretty fast. Definitely good frame rate, so it's not too bad. See, there's some gray players here. Those are exactly what they are. And they're just criminal players. So this is where I start trying to kill them, which is a bad idea. So I'm running off a little bit, and I'll start casting a spell shortly, so you get an idea of how a spell casts. What you do is you equip your staff, whichever staff you may have, and you start casting at it. So there we go. I just launched my missile, and now I'm considered rogue. And see the little light strike? That's from the guard tower. My ass. So I'm gonna run away. Unfortunately, don't make it too far. Do the whole run through and see how it works and how I get killed. But massive reflex. Ha, that's funny. But right now it's just a good introduction to how a spell is cast and dying almost immediately, which is not fun, but gives you an idea anyway. We're coming through slowly. There's a guy chasing me. Tried to cast, and I fizzle, and boom, hits me, and I don't have myself left. A couple more shots, and I'm gone. And I'm just gonna keep running for it. There's my death. And there's the resurrection automatically. Not wasting time. So I'm back in town now. Just running around. You can see now if you right click is all your spell, is all your skill menus and everything else except your GUI. The paper doll and the backpack are P and T respectively. They just added that in recently, so I'm equipping back my mana missile, which is the basic newbie starter spell you get. I equip my staff, and I'm just going to keep on casting it because this is the way you pretty much gain skill in this game. You just keep casting the spell over and over again, and this is the only spell that doesn't require any reagents, so I'm just going to keep casting as I go along. You already see I gained a little bit on the spell. And I'm running through the town. This is the Alfar starting town, so I don't know the name of it, I forget. It's on the mini-map, but since I don't have it open, obviously not going to help you much. The graphics in this game pretty well done, for the most part, I think. The animations are pretty good, the world is pretty well designed, and I'll show you some stuff coming up. We're coming up to the bank on the right now, so you get to see how the bank works and how you have to unequip first. So you take your, I think I already put my staff away at this point, so you see that the hotbar doesn't have anything selected in it anymore. in the bottom left, the hotbar, and I have a little bit of money in there. And this is a pain in the ass when you click to get gold. You have to shift and click and then drag, and then it tells you, then you can separate the gold. It's kind of very counterintuitive that I've seen so far. So, and these are some of the players in the game. That's how the character models look. There's a guy up here macroing on our right, and I'll stop for a second just to show you. But he is being lumberjack, and you can see the little icon changes as you mouse over the tree. And that's what a lot of people in the game are doing right now, is just macroing up skills using different kinds of programs out there, like Macro Maker and things like that. So this is the rest of the Alfar town. I'm just going through my skill menu again. Open it up and show you what's going on. See the GUI and how it is laid out. Those are the buttons. There's an empty button here that doesn't actually do anything. It's a little unfinished in my opinion, but you know, I'm not going to be too critical, because I think as you play, if you have expectations like I have for UO type of play, it's very difficult to match that, and maybe I'm overshooting, or maybe I'm being a little too critical. I'm not really sure. But these are I'm coming up on one of the elements that you know, is unfinished. Now, going up a staircase that I imagine will eventually lead you into something later, but you going up the stair, you look around, it looks pretty nice designed and everything, so you go through, and what do you come to? A blank wall, and you have nothing there, and there's nothing else to do other than just drop off and go back to the start here. Now, I don't know if this is you know, unfinished content or unactivated content or what it is. I'm not really sure. So, just gonna exit the town now. This is the exit right here, and we're gonna go visit some goblins if we possibly can. Give you an idea for what the melee is like, with the, you know, maybe some PvP in there. And as you can see, the town is pretty well done. There's a dirigible, or whatever the hell blimp you want to call it, and see, there's a gray guy over here. So you can see now we can try to kick his ass and see what happens. That's a miss. And you can see what the PvP is like. And I'm trying to aim a little ahead of him, you know, just to get, but it's difficult to do mana damage, at least at the low levels, you know, from this far away. So we'll see what happens here. Slowly but surely trying to hit him. I don't have any weapons on me, otherwise I just go melee him, because it's a hell of a lot easier, but still missing. Somebody hit him. So you aim at the ground generally with magic, and you have a lot better luck at hitting the guy. And I just fizzled again, because I'm too low. There we go, that's a hit. Fizzle. And now I'm aiming ahead. There we go. I'm dead. Now somebody's gonna he can be ganked at this point. Now that's a skill, that's 0 on my hotbar, but it doesn't seem to work. Even though I'm unequipped or equipped or whatever, I can't gank him if I don't have a weapon. As far as I can tell, it might be wrong, but we'll find out. Now he'll eventually die off here. Just give it a second or so. Yeah, there goes. He's dead now. He's not moving anymore, as you can see. And his gravestone will come up, and I've already unequipped, getting ready to loot him quickly. But unfortunately, this gravestone seems to be bugged, so I'm hitting my F key, which is the use key, and nothing's happening. And it's already disappeared, so there's nothing technically to get off of him, even though he had some armor and weapons on him. As you can see, his body had some stuff. So we're running off now. We're going to go over to the goblins. And I'm not sure if you guys can hear it in the distance, but the sound is... it's there, like you can hear some stuff in the distance going on, but unfortunately the directional sound is not very good, so you can't tell whether or not it's you know, from the back or the front or whatever. And I just took a little damage jumping off the high cliff there, but not that much damage. I've had good luck looting graves that are just sitting there, so sometimes I'm just going to pop into some graves real quick and open them up, see if I grab anything to get my character equipped. And sometimes you get lucky. Goblin Scout, nothing again. Just keep going. And this is a person's grave, if you can see the name, and there's a whole bunch of shit on his character. So we'll just keep dragging his stuff off, and we'll equip it onto our character, so we have a whole bunch of good stuff to start off with. I'm just going to keep dragging as fast as I can. Now, some of the dragging is, I mean, it's very, if you've played UO, you know exactly what the dragging is all about. But there's no stacking, you know, you have to manually stack, and that's sometimes annoying a little bit. Now, see, I'm dragging the gold and stuff, some potions, some more armor. But as you drag more gold into your backpack, and you're manually